Oh, yeah. Just throw it over there with the other ones. Oh, hey, whoa, don't touch that. Break it. Oh, hey, you're one of the newborns, right? What's up? There's something on your mind? Oh, yeah, I have some time. If you guys can finish dinner and not mess it up.
Yes, sir.
So, what's on your mind? Oh, I see. You're not sure what you're supposed to do? I don't think you mean for helping out in the kitchen or something tonight, do ya? Our job is to protect the prince, isn't it? What does that mean? I know life right now might be a bit confusing for you. What we are, what our purpose is. To be honest, it was a lot to figure out when I first formed in the Divine Springs. I wasn't sure what to do. Yuya really helped me out back then. Showed me just what it meant to live, to run free, to love. I feel like if I didn't have that, I'd have been lost forever. How was Prince Yuya back then? He was, different than he is now. I'm sure you've read the story of how he became the prince. There's a few details I omitted, and it makes my blood boil just thinking about it, but I feel like it's important right now. You ever wonder why he wore bandages when he was human? You see, his father cursed his own son. Under those bandages, he burned seals into his skin. He wasn't able to leave the forest or wander too close to town, or he would feel severe pain and collapse. The idea of someone hurting the prince like that makes me want to rip him apart. This seal. It was only ever meant for one person. So when he became Queen Petra's vessel, the seal rebounded, splitting Yuya into two, sealing his humanity and memories in that place. Now an emotionless Yuya wandered around with Petra for about 800 years before returning. And when he did, he broke the seal binding his other half there. But when the two merged, he realized. The naive, joyful, loving boy was gone. Hundreds of years of solitude resulted in the same punishment that drove Queen Petra mad. He had been tricked by himself. That boy, he was betrayed, abandoned, isolated, and left with his last memory being his own murder, replaying over and over again. Couldn't he have talked to the other villagers? You're forgetting. When Queen Petra was freed, she enacted her revenge on the entire village. As far as I know, no one survived. Yeah. He was left all alone. The only family he knew was gone, and he was still unable to leave the forest. It didn't stop him from trying, though. Every day, he relentlessly attempted to leave, to reach out. But the pain was always too much. Over time, it twisted him. Now, he had a thirst for pain, a tendency to talk to himself, and his mind was completely shattered. When they merged, the prince became whole, numb yet feeling everything, happy yet despaired, wanting to save life but also a thirst for taking it. In that moment, he truly became the god of calamity. He was never the same after that. I mean, emotions are better than none, I guess, but before, He did his job, acted as the reigning god of the faction. He wasn't necessarily cold, just unbothered, I guess. But when he regained his memories, I don't know, he definitely became a bigger brat than he was before. And all I want to do is protect him, but sometimes, when I look in his eyes, there's a flicker of something. Just beneath the surface. I don't know. I guess I'm worried he'll finally break someday. And no one will be able to bring him back. Not even me. The process wasn't exactly seamless. The memories of that night, of his past life, still hit him like flashes. He cries. A lot. But I won't ever tell him I know. I want to comfort him in those moments, but when his mind fractures, it's a scary thing to witness. As a Howler, I'm sure you get those random moments of despair. Those pings of anxiety at night. That tightness in your chest that just doesn't seem to have a cause. We're all connected to him. And we can sense when he needs us. So we all know just how hard it is. There's an inner battle he's been fighting. He won't talk about it, but I know he is. He's trying to win. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure he's strong enough to fight back. I think that's why he surrounds himself with us. He isolates, but I think knowing we're with him eases all the noise in his head. It's probably why he sings all the time, too. When he was all alone in the forest for all those years, he would sing to himself. Yeah, I think he was trying to fill the silence. Breaks my heart just picturing that. So, despite everything, we'll always be important to him. I know that keeps him going. I'd compare him to a wounded puppy, but I think it's a lot deeper than that. Scars that became fractures in his mind. Even so, he'd give us everything he had, even his last breath if we needed it. It's confusing, but it's not my place to try and figure it out. It's him. And I'll do everything I can for him as one of the archhowlers. Broken but not pitied. Our Prince of Wolves. That's why it's our job to do everything we can to lighten his burden. That's what makes us agents of the Prince. What makes us Howlers. We're not protecting a god. We're protecting family. Who's the other archhowler? Oh, you mean Freya. She leads the combat unit. They're out on missions a lot and don't come to the shrine often, but I hope you get to meet her soon. Of course we have a combat unit. Don't forget there's still clashing factions out there. We also can't let anyone know the gods of Calamity are back, so they erase every trace of them. Why? I'm not exactly sure. It's on orders from Queen Petra. I don't think her and the other gods get along, and I don't think she wants them to know she's back. Is she scared? No, that's not the case at all. Queen Petra's power alone rivals the war gods. And we're not even talking about how strong the princes are. No, I'm not really sure. But I hope I was able to answer some of your questions tonight. I'm really glad. Hey, did you want to come help us finish dinner? Prince Ritsu gets really grumpy if it's late. Alright, come on. I'll show you where everything is.